Hey, what's up guys, I'm from BSc Tech with another video. Today's video is about how to speed up Windows 11. First thing you need to do is go inside the search area on the settings section and type storage sense and enable this. This will automatically clear up your content. And the second thing is cleanup recommendation. Select see advanced options tab from the cleanup recommendation area and check every single box other than download section, which keeps your downloaded files for the Windows, and storage sense configuration. Then you can remove these files. This will remove plenty of files. As you can see on my screen, some of the installation files are up to 19 GB, recycle bin 13 GB, Windows update cleanup 7.8 GB. So this will free up plenty of space, and that was part 2. Then we need to go inside the system, and from system we have to head towards privacy and security. We have to edit some tabs here. Remember guys, this is for a freshly installed Windows 11. Also you can try this on different segments. So let's select privacy and security, general, and uncheck these tabs which shows on screen: notification, suggested content, and Windows improvement. Then we will go back to the second page, which is speech. Make sure this is set to off, because if you're not using speak recognition softwares, then privacy and security again, and inking and typing personalization, you have to switch it off as well. And then diagnostic and feedback, make sure this is switched off as well. By default it's switched on. Sometimes you have to do some settings. Then following that, we have to go down, and in the app permission tabs we have a couple of options there, which we will do later on. Privacy and security. Then we will click on search permissions and speech recognition, and you can switch off all these tabs which you are not going to use. Let's talk about speech permissions. So here you can see that some Microsoft account suggestions are there. Then we'll go towards location. If you're not using location based services, then you can also switch them off. Then following that, camera. If you're not using camera for your applications as shown on the list, you can switch them off. If you use games, then leave it on. This is another part actually where the window is consuming your hardware acceleration. Then it goes to notification. We switch off notification access as well. And then we have messaging app. If you're not using any integrated messaging app, you can switch this off. This setting is useless unless you have a third-party app. Talking about the radio, don't switch off any radio, because this will disable your Bluetooth connection. So radio is a must-have for Bluetooth connection. And then we will head towards call history, phone calls, calendar, contacts. You can go through these tabs. The list is huge. See which options you are unable to use, and then switch it off, because the Windows process will stop these in the background. Let's jump back to the home setting and then click on system, then click on notification, and from here we need to select advanced settings, and then get tips, uncheck this one, and then also uncheck suggested ways to get most out of Windows, and finish up this device. So these are the two settings which we don't need, so you can turn them off. Then let's get back inside the settings page again, and here we have the apps section. Now we need to uninstall some apps which we are not using, so you can set them by file size or usage size, and then see which app you're not using. You can delete them. Don't delete system apps or the ones which are in regular use. This will also free up some space on your Windows 11. Then we have to go inside the system tab again by going inside the settings, and from here we have to select apps section, and then we have to click on startup. Let's speed up the startup process. Select these by status and uncheck those apps which you don't want to start when you start the Windows. Forget about the Windows apps itself. Just leave the system apps or the important apps which you believe are going to be used on every single time you turn on your PC. Here you have to type sysdm.cpl and then click enter. In the advanced section we need to do some tweaks, and in the performance section click on the settings, and now you need to adjust the performance For the best performance tab, we have 4 tabs here: custom, let's window decide, adjust for best appearance or best performance. Once you hit adjust for best performance, you need to enable a couple of tabs here, which you can see on my screen as we are doing it now. The first one is animation in the taskbar, so the Windows animation doesn't look bad. Then we have show thumbnails instead of icons, and then after that we have smooth edges of the screen fonts. And then you can do 1 or 2 more settings, as you can see on my screen. Save taskbar thumbnails with the preview, click apply and then click OK. That was the first part on Windows R. Now we will go back on Windows R again, or just go inside the settings, and from here click on the gaming and select gaming mode. If you're not a gamer, if you're not using your device for gaming, then you can use this option and disable the gaming from here. Obviously I don't play game, I just use my machine for day-to-day use, so I don't need these because these will run in the background and obviously consume a lot of memory and battery power as well from the device, slowing it down. Let's go back inside the services section from the search area, and in the search area you have to disable a couple of services. For example, data sharing services or the download maps manager. You can basically pick and choose from here. Select on properties, right click and select properties, then you can change the status from enable to disable. Then you need to find fax. Obviously nobody use fax in 2024, so you can disable that and then click apply. And then after that you have to look for IP helper. If you are not using IPv6 or a third-party VPN, then you can disable this, and this will also stop a couple of other services to run in the background. Then there are a few other bits and pieces which you can check on this list, and to make sure that you don't stop Windows services. And then you can look at the biometric services, geolocation services, and there are quite a few to name. It depends actually, like what kind of services you are using on your Windows 11. Now let's type Windows R and type temp in the run area, and then select all these files and delete them. And after that this will clear some memory in your system files actually. Now run Windows R again, and here you have to type percentage temp percentage and select all these files, and then delete them. This will again remove all the temporary files or the temp files in your memory. And finally we have to do prefetch in the search area, and then click OK, continue, and then select all these files and then delete them. So this was a comprehensive video on how to speed up Windows 11. You can add a couple of other things in the startup menu depending on your use. And finally we will check the Windows update. If there's any pending update, we will do that, and that should be perfectly fine. So that's it for today's video guys on how to speed up Windows 11. If you have any questions or feedback, do let me know in the comment section below. Take care. Bye bye.